Episode 4 of Season 2 of Severance, entitled Woes Hallow. Let's get up into this wild episode. We start out with Irv out in the snow on some ice in a big ass Eskimo coat. He's calling out for help. He then sees Mark calling him from a cliff. They have no idea where they are. As Irv is making his way up to Mark, he runs into Helly. Helly doesn't know why they're there either. Helly and Irv go to the top of the cliff to meet Mark, and then Dylan pulls up in his big ass Eskimo coat. They all see a random ass TV on the cliff and go up to it. They push play on the video, and none other than Milkshake's fine ass pops up on the screen. Apparently, this whole scheme is an acronym called ORTBO, which means Outdoor Retreat and Team Building Occurrence. This experiment aligns with the Ennies' desires to see the outside world. They will be outside for 2 days. Milkshake tells them that the truth they seek lies in the 4th appendix. He says that Kier dictated a 4th appendix before he died. Apparently, this fact is known to be so sacred that it isn't allowed to be on the severed floor, but where it is allowed is a place called Scissor Cave. Apparently, that's where Kier tamed the 4 tempers for the first time. The Ennies are instructed to not stray from Kier's path and that they will have help. The video is finished and they all turn to see who appears to be another Mark standing at the edge of the cliff, pointing in the direction for them to go. Irv ain't having that shit. He does not trust Milkshake, and as fine as Milkshake is, neither do I. The Ennies begin their journey to Scissor Cave. Bitch, they got them out here in the freezing cold walking through the woods. They then see another Helly wearing her pencil skirt out in the snow. She further guides them to their destination. They walk into a cave. Is it Scissor Cave? I don't know. But they encounter a book with the number 4 on it in Roman numerals. Helly begins reading, which I assume is the text of Kier. The text implies that Kier had a twin. Kier and his mystery twin ventured into a part of the woods called Woes Hallow. The Ennies were instructed to walk in Kier's twin's footsteps. As they do, they encounter another Dylan guiding them on this path. But I gotta say, Dylan's AI replica looked a little weird. Did anybody else notice that? As they continue, they take a break. Mark and Helly talk off to the side and Irv notices them talking. Later, he asks Mark what they were talking about. And I am Irv because I need to know. What were y'all talking about? Mark acts like he doesn't know what's going on, and Irv says he doesn't trust her ass and what she told them about what her outie saw. Mark clearly trusts her and assures Irv that it's not because of his feelings for Helly. They then come across what appears to be a dead, diseased seal. Irv then suggests eating it, and I was on board with Irv up until now. Irv, I'm not eating no diseased, dead seal. Irv is losing his shit, saying he's hungry and that he doesn't know what is actually going on, and now I'm back on board with him because what the fuck is really going on here? Irv is really paranoid and ready to fight everybody. Irv said everybody can get it out in these woods, ho. Play with somebody else. They all approach a waterfall where they see their 4 AI figures, and then we see Milkshake's fine ass wearing this sexy ass Mary J. Blige Christmas album cover winter attire. He tells them that Kier's twin was always with him. He says that they're at the tallest waterfall on the planet at Woes Hallow. He takes them to a campfire with luxury meats. Girl, anyway. Miss Wong's weird ass is there. Milkshake says there's gonna be marshmallows and a recital later. Irv goes to his tent where Helly then enters with a snow seal that she made. I don't know why this sent me so far because girl, you made a snow seal? Irv apologized for his paranoia earlier and asked her what she really saw during the overtime contingency. She's standing on her word, but Irv ain't having that shit, bitch, and neither am I. What did you see, girl? The recital takes place at the campfire. Milkshake reads from the book where he reads that Kier's brother dies and he encountered a short bride. Milkshake tells Irv that their entire book is the truth. Helly thought that shit was funny. She said that Kier's brother melted from masturbating. Oh my god, she said that shit was dumb. Milkshake was disappointed by their laughter and as a punishment tells Miss Wong to throw the marshmallows into the fire. He said they are not team players. He and Miss Wong left and Mark and Helly continued laughing. Irv told them it's not funny and that he peeps the way Mark keeps looking at Helly with his goo-goo eyes. Irv really wants to smoke, bitch. Irv is tired. He tells Helly to tell them about the night gardener because he knows she is full of shit. Irv implies that Mark is too busy making googly eyes at Helly while his Audi's wife rots. And I'm like, that was savage, Irv. Dylan sides with Mark and Helly, and so Irv clocks his tea too. Helly says that Irv is only mad that he can't see Bert again, and I am really side-eyeing her motherfucking ass. Irv said, fuck all them hoes, and goes to his tent for the night. Mark and Helly talks later, and Helly apologizes for distracting him from looking for Miss Casey. He tells her that she's only helped him. They end up kissing, and then they fucked. Irv is out in the woods looking for Milkshake and Miss Wong. He ends up falling and losing his fire. He falls asleep in the snow under the moon. After they fucked, Helly tells Mark the truth and says she didn't like who she was on the outside. Mark's naive ass says that he only cares about who she is to him. As he goes in to kiss her, her face starts to glitch back and forth to Gemma. Irv wakes up the next morning in a suit. Is this a dream? He sees his work desk out in the woods and walks towards it. There are bugs flying around it. On the other side of the desk is Bert. And so now I know this is a dream. A nightmare. He looks to his left and sees this scary ass bride of Chucky from the book, from the story that Milkshake was telling. That bitch looks scary. His computer screen starts to freak out and the bride of Chucky pops up beside him. He then wakes up and runs towards the campsite. Mark wakes up. He's looking for Helly. Where the hell is Helly? Dylan wakes up and notices Irv is gone. Milkshake arrives out of nowhere and they tell him. Helly is back at the waterfall. Irv arrives behind her and asks what she's doing there. He said that what she said to him the night before was cruel and that Helly was never cruel. He grabs her and calls Milkshake. He tells Milkshake to turn her back because she's an Audi. He then attempts to drown Helly, bitch. Irv has had enough. He says that she's a mole. Helly then calls Milkshake by his first name, Seth, and tells him to do it. Milkshake takes out his radio and says to remove the Glasgow block. So Irv clocked that shit. Bitch, I don't want nobody saying anything to Irv because he clocked the T and now we have Helly back, the real Helly, but Irv is in trouble and is told that he will be dismissed for his actions. So now Dylan feels stupid and says he should have listened to Irv. Irv is let go and is told to walk into the forest. He is then vanished from the woods as if he never existed on the severed floor. What an episode. Okay, now the last episode ended with Mark, his Audi, going into Lumen, but now we're out in the woods on this retreat. Okay, now Irv, listen, is my new favorite. I have always wanted the best for Irv and Bert. I want them to be together. They deserve it. But after seeing Irv clock this T, he became the rebel. And I love every drop of it. What is going to happen from here? What were the signs out in the woods? There was a lot going on in the woods. What is this whole Kier story? What is going on with Helly and Helena? Why is she out here switching? There's a lot happening, guys. What do you all think? Talk to me in the comments.